Last week, we got a bunch of Witcher news. Also, PlayStation confirms that Call of Duty is still the biggest game ever. It's massive, and the MPD numbers are in. Join us live every Monday at 3:30 Arizona time and at twitch.tv/lonercast, and later on podcast services by looking up Last Week in Games. What is up, boyos?
Oh, boyos.
Welcome to Last Week in Games, where everything is video games. My name is Jake. I'm joined today, once again and always, by the lovely Nicholas Halloween Sapon.
Oh, yes.
Nick,
That is. Hello, hi, everybody. How's it going? How's your parents? How's your mom?
Happy Halloween, sir.
Yeah, happy Halloween to you. It is Halloween.
You sound thrilled.
No, I just have a lot to do. You got a lot to do and a whole lot of no time to do it.
Oh.
And Halloween doesn't make it any easier. But we're here for the holiday. It's one day. We're enjoying it.
What kind of things you got to do? Marriage stuff?
Oh man, voting.
Oh, voting.
Voting's a big one.
Yeah.
I've got an early ballot,
Me
so
too.
I got to get these ballots in ASAP, like tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Is my goal.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's my goal. So I got most of it. I just need to fill in like the people that I have no idea who they are. And like that's the worst part of voting. Like I don't know who this person is. You don't give me any information on them. So it's rough.
Yeah. But it's important.
It's important. Everybody should go out and vote.
Especially in this state, dude. Jesus.
Man, it's fucking rough.
It's rough out there.
It is rough. Other than that, I got to go pick up some candy for the kiddos.
Oh shit.
I gotta pick up some drinks for the house.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Oh, I gotta buy brakes for my truck. I just emptied my hot tub, so now I gotta fill it up again and clean it off and all that good stuff. Yeah. And on top of that, I gotta do the dishes.
Oh man. The dishes on top of it all. Oh,
on top of it all, I gotta do the dishes.
That's how it always is, man.
It's a travesty out here, man.
Yeah. It's crazy for me today too. This morning I went to the dentist, got my teeth cleaned, and it hurt a lot, as it always does.
Okay.
Then I had to take my mom to a doctor's appointment, and then I had to get blood drawn, and now I'm here. And then we're handing out candy.
Nice.
Got to pick up pizza to eat.
Oh, dude, pizza? Can I come over? I'd love to join pizza.
Sure, man. Come on over.
Join for some pizza.
Fortunately for me, I've got no dishes, so that's a huge plus.
Nice. Yeah, and pizza, pizza is like, here's
grab and go
plate. That's it. That's all you got to dirty. It's
a
plate.
You don't even really need a plate. You could just grab a slice.
Shit, dog. I envy you.
Yeah, it's the best. Anyway, this is a video game show, and I say, Nick, we talk some video games, and we like to start here with a little segment called the titties.
Oh,
these are some tidbits of news that we feel are worth talking about, and I will mention, last week we weren't here. Some scheduling conflicts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So some of this stuff, normally I would just skip. I would skip stuff from the previous week if this happens. But some of the stuff I did keep on there because I liked it. I liked the info and I want to talk.
You liked what happened.
Yeah, I liked some of the stuff. So like this first titty, the DualSense Edge, the launch date was announced, which is the new wireless controller for the PS5. And its launch date is January 26th. Also, it's $199.
Ooh, that price tag.
It's pretty tough.
It's a steep price tag.
Is it too expensive? Yes. Did I buy one? Yes.
Well, and you can't complain about being too expensive because it wasn't expensive enough for you not to get it. Now, if they put 250 on it, do you think you still would have bought it?
I don't think I'd buy it for 250. No,
Okay.
250 is too much. I think 200 is too much. But my thought process was,
Mm-hmm.
I don't just use it for PlayStation. I use it for PC. Like I
Right.
use it for everything. So, and let's be honest, like I'd probably end up spending as much as I'm going to spend on this controller on other controllers that end up breaking in the future, you know?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just went for it. I completely understand if people don't buy it though. It's very expensive. So
Oh, yes. I kind of wish nobody buys it. That way it'll go down in price and um I can buy it at a reduced price.
I feel like for this product, since it's such a like prestige product, they would rather just no one buy it than lower the price, you know?
You think so?
Yeah, I think they'd rather just like
Yeah.
scrap it and have no one buy it than
See, the problem with that though is then they won't do another one, right?
maybe. But people are going to buy it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. We thought that with the Vita too, but
Ooh, got him roasted.
roasted.
Yeah. Controller looks sexy though. I like it. I like it has replaceable sticks, and you can buy replaceable the stick replacements for $20.
I thought you said something with a D.
And replaceable dicks as well. So
Oh, you can replace your dick with it?
yes, you can.
Nice, dog.
Yeah, it vibrates and everything. So
Shit, man.
yeah. So I'm excited. I'll do a little review in January
Uh-huh.
when I get mine.
Oh yeah.
It does say it should ship on launch day. I don't believe them. I don't believe
No.
anything anymore.
No,
So,
no. You never believe. If it tells you it's gonna be there, you just say, yeah, but like give it 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks and then I'll be upset. And that's just kind of what
yeah,
we're in for right now.
that's the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
The Sims team, Nick. The Sims came out. The guys that make The Sims. They're not called Maxis anymore, but they are Maxis, but they're not Maxis.
Okay, what do you mean by that? I'm confused.
Well, because Maxis was disbanded by EA, but they
Right.
still use the tag Maxis for this game. But it's not actually Maxis.
But it's not actually
But
because
they're
they don't
called the
exist
Sims
anymore.
team. But the
Okay.
yeah, it's confusing. So
Okay.
yeah, don't worry about it. But they came out and I guess they showed an early look to some folks at Sims 5, which I can't believe is actually in development, and that's a thing that's actually happening.
So it's going to be completely filled with microtransactions like The Sims are, right?
Yeah, like Sims 4 probably. I do hear it's like crazy looking though. Like it looks.
Have they showed off like images or videos or something?
I didn't see any. Maybe I didn't do a whole
I
lot of digging. I just kind of saw
I
this
haven't.
report.
It has not popped up on my radar. So
Yeah, I think it was a behind closed doors sort of sneak peek
okay.
for some journos.
That would make sense. And just people writing about it like, oh, this looks so great.
Yeah, but I hear it looks like super realistic and is crazy looking. And I love The Sims.
Yeah.
But the thing that happened with Sims 4 is like it took Sims 3 and just neutered it. Like it didn't even have swimming pools when it first launched. Like that was in Sims 1.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah. You're right. I
Yeah.
remember that.
But now Sims 4 is free to play. So I wonder if they'll do that with Sims 5, if they'll make the base
it free to
game
play?
free to play and then they'll do the add-ons as paid content. That's kind of a smart way to do it. Get people in and then it's smart but very predatory.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially free to play, that just means that there is going to be some sort of microtransaction, right?
Yeah. And I mean with the amount of like DLC packs that were for Sims 4, if they just do that again with Sims 5, like they'll make their money if they just make it free to play. Sort of like a Destiny 2 situation, you know,
Gotcha.
where the base game is free, but like you're really not actually playing the game unless you buy some of those DLCs, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks when that happens. I really hate when they do that. because you're like, oh, there's content, and I can obviously see the content.
It's
Just
kind
makes
of
me want
like
to buy it, but also,
it's kind of like you have to weigh it out because on one hand, you're not paying the 60 to get in initially, that you would have before. But on the other hand, you're going to have to
true.
like constantly be paying. The thing that scares me the most about The Sims 5 is like, what if they make it like actually a subscription service?
Very true.
Like that is something I could totally see EA doing.
I could see that.
with The Sims.
Subscription to a life simulator.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hey,
Crazy.
you're paying literal taxes on this Sims.
Yeah. You're paying real life taxes.
I couldn't think of a more realistic version of The Sims. So, I mean, they're staying true to life.
It's crazy. Crazy shit.
This was some big news last week. Witcher 1, the original, the one that started it all, that people say had a good foundation, but is dated, like very, very dated. And
oh yeah, I tried playing it. I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, I remember we played Witcher 2. Like we rented it when we were like, I don't know, in high school or whatever.
Yeah,
and we were like, this is kind of boring.
it was just too deep. You know, it just didn't go anywhere fast enough for what we were looking for.
Yeah, but yeah, like back in those days, we just wanted to play Gears of War. We're more mature now. Let me grab my monocle. Yes, quite. But Witcher 1, they're doing a full-on remake, a ground-up remake, with the Unreal Engine. So
nice,
pretty cool.
Nice, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Any release date on that one?
No release date.
No, just say, hey, we're working on it.
Yeah, and that's probably for the best. That,
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up, but I will play it.
Yeah,
100%.
All they have to do is make it better than the GTA trilogy.
Oh yeah,
that's all they have to do.
That's not hard to do either.
Yeah, true.
That is not hard.
More than a port.
Yeah, it's a ground up remake, so it's obviously not. So I think they've won.
Indeed. To continue on with the Witcher news, Henry Cavill is being replaced in the Witcher television series by Liam Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth.
He's multiple Liams, multiple Hemsworths.
Liam Hemsworth. I can't say it.
There you go. You got it. Just that last one, and just take it and leave it.
So it sounds like Henry Cavill's going to do one more season.
Yeah.
And then
I think he's already
like it's already done.
It's either already done or they're filming it still,
or they're just like in post production on it.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be in season 3, and then season 4, he's being replaced by Liam Hemsworth's.
There you go. Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
I liked the first season of the show, The Witcher. I liked the second season of the show. The second season kind of lost me a little bit. And I'm curious. I know you don't think this way, but I'm curious to think the reasoning behind him leaving is because they were going a new direction and not following the source material very well. And what is his name? Henry Cavill's just like, no, you got to do this, otherwise I'm out. Because he's like a super fan of games in general. Like he's actually a gamer and knows it, and
he's a man of the culture.
He's a big ass nerd.
Yeah,
and I could see him just being like, I can't be a part of this if it's gonna be shit, Yeah,
maybe. So I come at it from a different point of view than you, and we've talked about this before. I mean, that could very well be true. I just don't think there's any evidence of that's the reason why. No one said that's the reason why. He hasn't said that, as far as I'm aware.
Right.
My thought is I'm of two minds with it, right? And I think it's both things are true. First thing, Henry Cavill is back as Superman. And I think they're planning on propping him up sort of like how Iron Man was like in all of the MCU projects. I think like Superman's going to be like that guy, right? Where we're going to see him pop up in more than just like Man of Steel 2. Like he's going to show up in other things.
Yeah.
So he's going to be working a lot on that and also making a ton of money from that. There's rumors that he's in talks to play some sort of villain with MCU, but that's rumors. So who knows? The other thing is Netflix is struggling, right? Like they have taken a huge hit over this past year financially. Their stock market keeps dropping and stuff. And every season of a television show, you have to raise the rates of your actors. And of course, Henry Cavill probably gets a pay rate raise. Plus, he's Superman again. So he's more in demand than ever.
Right.
And they're like, fuck it. We can't afford this man. So that they dropped him for a guy who people know. People know Liam Hemsworth.
I don't know Liam Hemsworth.
Like, you know the name, though. Like,
I know Hemsworth because of his brother, Chris.
Yeah, his brother.
Okay.
Yeah. But like people kind of know him. He's in the consciousness, so he's got like a name attached. And I'm sure he's dirt cheap because he hasn't been in shit in like years.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing with it. I don't think like Henry Cavill has any bad blood, but he might. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems odd to me that like I get that he's going to be Superman, but holy shit, man, DC films have been really bad recently.
Yeah,
like,
but it does seem like that's changing a bit, right?
Does it?
It doess.
I don't know, man. Like Batman was okay. Batman was good, and then you have Black Adam, which I hear is pretty boring.
It's pretty bad.
Very samey, and whatever came before Batman was also like, eh. You know, it's just a very bad time for DC, and the fact that they think that they can change and become like what Marvel is, I think it's a little too late.
We'll see.
I think they need to find something else.
I do think what DC is doing is a bit of a gamble, but it does seem like they're going in a direction that I kind of like. And now we're getting on a tangent about DC, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. Because, you know, they just announced that James Gunn is taking over as like the head creative and like co-CEO of DC Studios, as well as like DC Studios being a thing, which has never been a thing over at Warner Brothers. You know how like Marvel has Marvel Studios? That's never been a thing at Warner Brothers. They've always been on like New Line Cinema or whatever. So now they're their own thing. James Gunn is like in charge of creative, so there should be some sort of cohesion. I think Henry Cavill is going to be like a big part of that. So I don't think we've seen like the effects of the changing tides over at DC yet. So I'm not willing to like count it out yet, you know?
Okay. All right.
Especially since like David Zaslav took over like 4 months ago. So like, we'll see.
We'll see. It's a transition period for sure for them, but I still think it's too little too late. They got to figure something out. Maybe do games rather than, you know.
Well, games aren't working out for them either.
Well, I don't know what games they have. I mean, Warner Brothers for sure, but
they just dropped
like DC games, right?
They just dropped Gotham Knights.
Yes, but also games take a while too. So, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, we'll see. I'm not saying like what DC is doing is gonna work out. I'm just saying like it's a new regime and they're trying something new, and I think Henry Cavill's a big part of that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But also, is anyone going to watch season 4 of The Witcher?
Maybe. I'll watch it. If season 3 is good at all, I'll watch season 4.
Like an episode or two just to see.
Just to see, yeah. Maybe I won't finish it, but...
What if Liam Hemsworth What if he comes out and he's like amazing? He's better than Henry Cavill.
Well, good for him.
That'd be crazy. That'd be wild.
It'd be crazy.
Anyway, last titty here. PlayStation confirms that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is the biggest PlayStation Store launch ever for a Call of Duty game.
Crazy.
Including pre-orders and day one sales. I kind of knew this was going to happen with this game.
You think so?
Yeah.
It is the PlayStation. It is the PlayStation Store launch. You know, it's not physical, and everybody is like onto that, you know, digital format now.
That's a good point.
So it is kind of skewed in that direction. I kind of want to see how it butts up against like physical sales as well of past games, you know?
Like overall sales. Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something, you know?
Yeah, I knew this game was going to be huge, though, just by the simple fact of both having Modern Warfare and 2 in the title, you know?
Yeah, I suppose.
Because people loved Modern Warfare 2, like the original one. So, and also, you know, the rebooted Modern Warfare was huge, too, back in 2019. So a sequel to that game is also just massive. So, like, it has a lot going for it.
Yeah, it does.
You know, it's the first Call of Duty I've bought in a while, on purpose anyway. My PlayStation did get hacked that one time, and I bought that. Mm-hmm. What was it, World War II or whatever?
I don't know what it was. Yeah. I don't remember. A not good one.
But we'll see with the MPD numbers next month. That's going to be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm curious to see if it overtakes Elden Ring in the couple months that it's on the market.
It would be interesting, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
I could see it happening.
I could too. Yeah.
To be fair, I could see it happening.
We had an event 2 weeks ago, not last week. The week before. We did.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It was a Silent Hill transmission. Nick, let me ask you: are you a Silent Hills fan?
No.
Oh, well.
Not because I don't like it, just because I've never played it.
I am the same, actually. I think Silent Hill just sort of like predates me as a gamer a bit, and like, it predates me as like much as like when I could buy my own games, you know? Because Silent Hill is old, right? Like,
it's pretty old, I think.
And like my parents were not buying me Silent Hill, so.
Let's see. Silent Hill came out in 1999.
Right. Yeah. And Silent Hill 2 had to have been like 2005 or something, maybe
2001.
Yeah. So
we were watching Star Wars Episode 1 at this point.
Oh yeah, like I was not playing Silent Hill, and then I just never got around to it.
Yeah, that was my issue. I didn't have it growing up, and I didn't see any interest in it or hear anything about it when I did get of age to play it. So there's no connection with me to that game.
I did grow some like interest in it when it was announced like Kojima was working on a Silent Hill, and then of course that fell apart. And I did play PT, which was like a demo for Silent Hill. That never came out. So I did do that. But anyway, there was a Silent Hill transmission. Let's see if this will get you interested in the series, Nick.
Okay.
At this Silent Hill transmission, it was announced that they are making a Silent Hill 2 remake. Made by Bluebird Team. Who did something. They've done some like horror games, right?
Okay. I have no idea.
Let's see. Bluebird Team. They did The Medium, which people didn't really like that much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They did Blair Witch, which people did like that. So a couple horror games. But yeah, Bluebird Team making a Silent Hill 2 remake.
Okay.
I don't think there's a date or anything on that. A new spin-off developed by No Code Studios and publisher Annapurna Interactive called Silent Hill Townfall got announced.
Okay.
Once again, I don't think any like release date or anything.
No, of course not.
But that's interesting. Just the Annapurna attachment there is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what this game is. Did they say anything about it, or is it just like, hey, it's a game that Annapurna is making?
Everything was very vague.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very vague. So, yeah. Like this one was just, nonsense, scary nonsense trailer.
Yeah.
Another new spinoff was announced called Silent Hill F, which is set in 1960s Japan.
Okay.
A narrative-driven spinoff will be written by acclaimed Japanese writer Ryuki Shi 07, who created visual novels like Higurashi and Umineko. I'm sorry,
You got it, man.
Sorry.
That's fantastic. I thought you were Japanese there for a second. Holy shit.
The spin-off will juxtapose a beautiful and terrifying world and focus on the psychological supernatural mysteries of Silent Hill. Pretty interesting. And this one was also just like a nonsense trailer, It didn't really show like what it's going to look like or anything. Potentially, this is from an article by IGN, by the way. Okay. So potentially the most unique announcement from the transmission, Konami announced Silent Hill Ascension, an immersive project where participants around the world will control the characters in a new Silent Hill story. Basically a Let's Play Pokemon version of a new Silent Hill story that will be live on multiple platforms. Silent Hill Ascension is a collaboration between Genvid Entertainment, Bad Robot Games, Behavior Interactive, and DJ2 Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one sounds pretty lame.
I can't imagine it's like they're trying something which I appreciate, but also stop it.
Stop. Don't do that.
Just stop. Just don't do it. Stay in your lane. Video games are bad enough right now.
For real, we don't need more of this. That's what it strikes me as, some sort of predatory nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bad Robots Games, though, that's J.J. Abrams' thing. So.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. And then Christopher Gans, the director of the first Silent Hill movie, is making a third movie in the series with Return to Silent Hill. So.
Okay.
That's you go.
Cool, I guess. I haven't seen the movies either. I don't know anything about Silent Hill. I'm the worst person to talk about Silent Hill about.
Yeah. For me, there's a few takeaways for me in this. I think Silent Hill 2 is like a good opportunity for me to actually like try out Silent Hill as like someone who's never tried out Silent Hill. And I bet that's the idea.
Gotcha.
The other thing that's interesting to me is the fact that like Konami, right, who owns Silent Hill, isn't actually like making any of these games themselves.
No, of course not.
They've just licensed out the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, Konami makes gambling machines in Japan, so then that's where they get most of their profits from. So
I do wonder, like, with this news about Silent Hill, how long until we see something similar with like Metal Gear? Where we're seeing like 20 different Metal Gears.
I don't know. I think this is maybe the first of it, and they're just trying something, and if this doesn't work, then I don't think we'll see it.
True. Good point.
If this doesn't work, then they're just gonna try something else, do something else, or just completely get out of video games and stick with gambling machines. So, I could see that. I thought that's what they were gonna do when what's his face left.
Kojima,
yeah. When he left, and I'm like, oh well, they're gonna be out of video games.
And they were. But, yeah, they did make shit. They did make that Metal Gear Survive or whatever the fuck that was. That no one played, so. But yeah, they don't do shit.
Nope.
So
no, I mean, it's a weird, strange company.
This is better than them just like not doing anything. Might as well just let other companies do it.
100%. 100%. They're not holding it back. You know, they're like, oh, well, we're not going to make it, so nobody can make it.
It would have been
Um,
interesting though if they were like, "Oh, we're teaming with Kojima Productions to make Silent Hill." That would have been neat.
yeah, that would have been neat.
Too bad. Yeah. Perfect news for Halloween though, huh?
I guess so.
Spooky scary.
What's Silent Hill? It's just it's a
It,
hill that's quiet, huh?
yeah, it's a spooky scary game
Okay, if you say so.
about ghosts and stuff.
Ghosts and ghouls
Yeah.
but what is a ghoul though?
A thing in Scooby Doo.
Is it? Is that all it is?
I think so.
Okay.
Remember when Scooby Doo had a laugh track?
No,
Yeah. The original Scooby Doo had a laugh track.
I have not.
Yeah. I think that was what was missing in James Gunn's Scooby Doo movie was the laugh track.
The laugh, dude. Could you imagine?
That would
That
have
would
been,
be a funny movie.
that would have been a trip. You know they actually
That would-
made like 4 Scooby Doo games and the games had laugh track in them.
No, that
It's-
sounds awesome.
It's true. It's true. It happened.
That-
It's a real thing.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. I'd play that. Watch or play it.
It's really time to start putting canned laughter back into cartoons.
100% into everything.
Simpsons,
Even
Family
this show.
Guy.
That way I know when to laugh. You know?
Yeah, true.
'Cause most of the time I'm struggling out there. I'm like,
Rick and
do I
Morty.
laugh? Is that
The laugh
funny?
track.
Oh,
and
dude,
Morty.
Rick and Morty, it would be nonstop.
Oh yeah, just a hoot and a half the whole
It'll just
time.
be hooting and hollering the whole time.
Yeah. Anyway, basically, I bring that up to say there's going to be a laugh track in the new Silent Hill. It's been confirmed.
Oh, nice.
It's real.
That makes sense.
It's real. It's true. Yep. Let's get into the news. We got a couple pieces of news here. First piece of news is also from a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to talk about it with you in particular, Nick.
Okay.
Sources dispute Bayonetta voice actor's claims over pay offer. This comes from Andy Robinson over at VGC. Sources have disputed recent claims by former Bayonetta voice actor Helena Taylor, who said she was offered an insulting offer of just $4,000 to reprise her role in the third game. Sources cited in a Bloomberg report have now disputed some of the claims made by the voice actor, many of which VGC can corroborate via our own sources. According to people with knowledge of the situation, as well as documentation reviewed by both Bloomberg and VGC, Platinum intended to rehire Taylor last summer. It's claimed that Platinum sought to hire Taylor for at least 5 sessions. VGC sources suggested it could have been as few as 4, with each paying $3,000 to $4,000 for 4 hours in the studio. This would have brought Taylor's total fee to $15,000, Bloomberg reports, as VGC can corroborate via our own sources. One person with knowledge of the deal claimed to VGC this represented a significant increase on Taylor's fee from the second game. According to Bloomberg, the voice actor responded by asking for a 6-figure sum as well as residuals on the game, a claim Taylor strongly denies. VGC sources echoed the residuals claim but did not mention a requested sum. In private messages exchanged with VGC, Taylor called the suggestion that she was offered more than $4,000 categorically untrue. She also labeled claims by sources that she could have earned $15,000 as an absolute lie and a complete joke. Quote, I'd quite like to put this in the rear view mirror and leave the whole bloody franchise behind, she told VGC. So I think I'll just let my videos stand. I spoke the truth. Here's an addendum by me as well. She posted a list of charities that you could donate to. A few of those charities being like anti-trans charities and stuff like that. So she seems like a real gem of a person. So
she's a goddamn winner.
So last week when we took the poll, is Helena Taylor a bitch to work with? It turns out maybe she was. And I will add, me and you both were kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to make any like hard line stances here.
What the fuck? No, I said she's probably a fucking bitch. I straight up said
no,
that.
you said she's probably a bitch, and I took the more middle, like, I need more
Okay.
information.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Because
you got your fucking information.
Yeah. So you go off. You what do you think of all this information?
No. What's your name? Helena Taylor?
Yeah.
You're a bitch. You're a fucking goddamn liar, a bitch, a cheapskate, a piece of shit. You don't work in the industry for 7 goddamn years and come back and all of a sudden, oh, they're not spending enough money on me. I'll bring up the same fucking point I brought up 2 weeks ago. You don't fucking work. There's no reason anybody should pay you way more than what voice actors get paid normally just because you were in the last game and that's the only thing you got going on. Fucking the other chick they hired is a prestigious voice actor who I'm sure took way less money than the outrageous bullshit you would have taken. It pisses me off so bad that somebody can get on social media and claim fake news and all of a sudden, oh yeah, okay, we believe you because I fucking makes me so angry, dude.
I'd like to just put this in the rear view mirror. Like,
put this in the rear
view.
You fucking did this yourself and got caught. And then she fucking had to tweet about it and said, oh, well, actually, it was not only $4,000. You've lost me. I don't trust you as a person. I hope you never, ever get paid for your work. I hope everybody takes advantage of you and you end up on the street.
Wow.
Fucking, yeah.
Wow.
There you go. That's
the really shitty thing about this whole situation is there really is a problem where like voice actors don't make enough money in the industry. And then this, and then this just like totally like delegitimized the arguments.
It cuts it right down.
Yeah,
she fucked it up for people.
It's like the whole Jussie Smollett thing. Like it just brings us back like so far. Not that what she did is as bad as what Jussie Smollett did, but
it's like the Trump thing. We had Obama. We were stepping in the right direction. Yeah. It was very close. We're like, oh shit, maybe people aren't so shitty and maybe we can rally behind a cause. And then Trump came and he's like, you know what? Fucking break it up, guys. Break up this love fest. I'm going to do everything I can to fuck everything
China,
up. And
Russia.
fucking working. It's fucking working.
Yeah.
You fucking Helena Taylor, you're fucking Trump-like.
True. Yeah, it sucks because like there are some points that she made that like make sense. Like, yeah, she wants residuals. Yeah, I think voice actors deserve residuals.
Oh yeah, for sure. From Nintendo,
yeah.
Good luck. Good luck.
But
still,
yeah. It would be cool if Charles Martinet got some fucking callbacks for all these games he's on. Like every television show, like actors get residuals. It just sucks that that's not the case with video games. And it's because it's such a new medium, but it's not just video games. It's also animation in general. And like sometimes like, when it comes to like, I brought up this example last time, but the guy who voiced Bender, like he is an iconic voice. And he does deserve to like be making major bank for that role, because he's iconic.
Oh yeah, it's iconic. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. made bank in any of the Marvel movies because people fucking love seeing him. It's the same thing. Like you get what's his name, Troy Baker in anything.
Right.
He's done everything. He has all of the credentials and all the experience of everybody else. He's made his worth, his worth is right there.
Yeah. And he probably doesn't even get paid enough, So like, yeah, it's just, it just sucks that this kind of takes us back a few pegs as far as because now everyone's gonna, because maybe she could have come out and been like, I deserve more money. Here's what I actually made. And maybe I would have been like, Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
But now as it stands, it's like you're just lying to get clicks.
Yep.
So
you just need the publicity,
yeah,
and oh God, what a piece of shit.
I know.
This lady's a piece of shit. Makes me so mad.
We all had a feeling, didn't we? We were kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you never with all the bullshit that's going on in the video game industry, we're like, yeah, it could have been, but I love playing devil's advocate, and when sometimes, not always, sometimes it works out in my favor, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, I can hold this one against you guys.
Yeah, Kanye did nothing wrong.
Nope, I did not. I do not condone that.
I mean,
I do not agree. Whoever, I don't know what he said. I have not been paying attention to that whole thing. I'm so in the dark on this, but I know it has something to do with Jews or Hitler or something.
Well, yeah, just imagine what Hitler would say in 2022, and that's what Yi has been saying.
No shit.
Pretty much.
Oh God, because that's what we need. More fucking fascism to come back.
Yes.
In America, could you imagine if America became fascist and like
became?
Well, I mean, like Hitler, like we got the equivalent to Hitler.
Yeah, we got close, right?
I mean, yes.
We did have Bill Clinton in office.
That player.
Yeah, my wife. Yeah. Anyway.
So.
Well, Nick, the MPD numbers are in for September.
Oh, dude, I'm excited.
And they're interesting. They are interesting. We got a lot of new ones on here.
I have not taken a look at them.
At number 1, these are the best-selling games of September 2022. At number 1 is FIFA 23. At number 2 is Madden NFL 23. At number 3 is NBA 2K23. All the sports.
All sports games. Sports are huge right now.
Also a sport. At number 4, Splatoon 3.
Oh.
And that doesn't include digital sales, so that's probably number 1. Let's be honest here. And then at number 5 is The Last of Us Part 1. Goddamn. That's wild.
Goddamn.
That's wild that made 5.
That's crazy.
At number 6
to be honest, September was a pretty slow month.
It was. You're right. You're right. At number 6 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. At number 7 is Saints Row. That's wild. It stayed up there.
Yeah, stayed up there. Still up there.
At number 8, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle. At number 9, Elden Ring.
Still up there.
At number 10, Old Faithful.
Fucking still up there, dog.
Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8. Forever a thorn in my fucking side.
Just the most.
Forever.
It's got to be like, that game has to be up there with like fucking Grand Theft Auto and like, it's got to be, right? No,
this can't be a real list, right? Mario Kart 8 being on this list every fucking month it's got to be made up, right?
It's not, dude.
Like you can't keep doing this.
They can't.
They'll run out
with it.
They're gonna run out. There's only so much Mario Kart 8s in the world. How is this happening?
That's when the Switch Pro comes out and they resell Mario Kart 8.
They resell Mario Kart 8. It'll be Mario Kart 8 Pro for the Switch Pro.
Okay, here are the top 10 selling video games year to date, 2022, all the way up to September.
Not a whole lot of change up on this one.
No changes. Oh, well, a little bit of changes.
Just a little bit.
At number 1 is Elden Ring. Still,
yeah, of course.
I'm wondering if it'll get knocked off next month. We'll see.
We'll see.
At number 2, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Man, that game sold a lot, huh? That's wild.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Madden NFL 23.
Damn, football's popular.
Yeah. Number 4 is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Number 5 is Horizon 2 Forbidden West. Number 6 is MLB The Show 22. Number 7 is Call of Duty Vanguard. Number 8 is Gran Turismo 7. Number 9 is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And at number 10 is Mario Kart 8.
A thorn in my side, still there.
It
might get knocked off for next month. It might.
Maybe.
They haven't released a DLC, and they're not going to until December, so we might not see it for 2 months.
You're right.
Who knows? Who
You're
knows?
right. We'll see. But that's the NPD.
I'm gonna celebrate if that's. We're gonna pop open a cold one.
Nick, let
Yes,
me
sir.
ask you this question.
I'll be right back. No, I'm just gonna go.
What
Go for it.
What does it mean when you find a lump in your prostate? No, I'm just kidding. What you been playing, dude?
It means your hand's too far up there, and you should probably take it out.
Yeah, what are you doing up there, man?
What are you doing way up there, man?
Can you check my prostate for me?
Yeah, with my penis.
This is what bros do. We check each other's prostates.
With our penises. Bro, let me check
The
your prostate
doctor's
real
like,
quick.
you want me to use one finger or one penis? Your choice.
And you're like, yeah, and you know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
The camera. Oh, send me the video.
What you been playing?
Yeah. Okay. What have I been playing? Oh man, I have something to answer for this on this week.
Yeah.
We've taken 2 weeks off,
Mm-hmm.
or I guess we had a week break.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what came out in those time? Modern Warfare 2 came out in that time.
Sure did.
Guess what? The campaign, pretty average. Not gonna lie, it's pretty average. I had an okay time with it. There were some missions that were kind of bullshit to me, and I had a really hard time, and I almost threw my controller. And that's just how Call of Duty is.
Just like difficulty or
Sort of difficulty, sort of bugs, sort of just general frustration, like shit that shouldn't happen. Like there's a mission where you're supposed to sneak around and you're injured, right? Well, at the beginning of the mission, apparently, I've been told there's like a syringe that you find and you can hit yourself in the leg with it. Like you hit yourself with a syringe and you're like healed and you can move at regular speed. I did not find that syringe. So I was moving at a snail's pace the entire mission. And it was awful. And it did bug on me. So the lights were fucked up. Something about the lens flare just completely fucked up, and it was so disorienting. But not only that, I believe the game glitched and every enemy on the map was constantly behind me. So if I moved to leave to another location, they would all follow me. So by the end of the thing, I couldn't go anywhere. I could not continue. I could not go backwards. I couldn't hide. Every enemy was just on my ass. So I'd hop out of a window and there'd be 4 or 5 guys right there. And then I'd hop back in the window and there'd be like 6 or 7 guys. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're all running at me with shotguns and blasting my head. So I got really frustrated on that. And all while you have no gun because it's like a stealth thing. And I was crawling, like literally crawling, half speed, quarter speed. I don't know what it was. It was so fucking slow. I just wanted to be done. All because I couldn't find a fucking syringe. But I exited the game, checked the cache, like got all of the file dignity or whatever it's called. Made sure that all the files are there. Sure enough, some of them were corrupted. Started it up. There was one guy in front of me. I was like, oh, okay, well, I can do this. And I crawled to where I was supposed to go. So the whole mission until the end, I did it without. I did it extremely difficultly. Yeah, it's fine. The campaign's fine. It's not as good as 2019. 2019 was really good. It's not nearly as good as the old ones. There's an all gillied up mission in it, and I think it lacks. It's kind of lacking. Doesn't have the same kick. The thing that you're doing doesn't seem crazy important. Like what the story's based around. It's kind of like the weakest reason for doing what you're doing in all of the Modern Warfares. It's just kind of like, this seems like anybody can do this sort of thing, not like the A team, like, oh, I got to call in a favor. Um, and they use a couple of beats that are exactly identical. It's like, oh, we got to do this. And then 2 missions later, it's like, we got to do this again, but a little bit different. And I got kind of bored of it. But the multiplayer so far, fantastic. A little buggy, but that's to be expected, especially on PC. It's good though. It's good. Have you been playing it? Yeah, I know you've been playing it.
Yeah. I haven't played the story at all. I haven't played a Call of Duty story since Black Ops 3. I played Black Ops 3 story and I was like, this is terrible. I'm never touching one of these again. And honestly, I haven't bought a Call of Duty. I guess I did play Modern Warfare a little bit with you, but not as much as you. So I did play the first one a little bit. But I have been enjoying the online aspect. I'm so bad at it. This is the first time I've played a Call of Duty game on PC because I got that smangin' 3080 now. It runs at a silky 100 and like something frames. Like it's way more
more than you need.
Way more than my my monitor can even handle. So it's great. It runs perfectly, no problems. So it looks great. The chats are just as toxic as I remember.
Oh yeah, dude, the chats are so bad.
Yeah,
holy crap! You kill
rough.
somebody, it's just racial slurs. And, oh my god, just so bad, so bad.
Yeah, but I'm not that far in it. I'm just at this point in the game, I'm just like trying to find out what I like to use as far as like shooting and stuff. Yeah, I did see the one clip of the story though where it's like press L2 to de-escalate, and then you point your gun at them to de-escalate.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, yeah, what a cop move. For sure.
What's really funny about that is like you're crossing into Texas. You jump Trump's wall into Texas as a Mexican enforcement official, and you go onto American soil and point your gun at American citizens.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking wild. Fucking wild. That actually was one of the better missions, if I'm being completely honest. It felt a lot like, No Russian from Modern Warfare 2, but less. It was kind of like a nod to No Russian 2. It's like, this should never fucking happen sort of thing. And we know it. But it's also kind of over the top.
Is the story even like connected to those original Modern Warfares, or
no,
it's its own thing?
No, it's its own thing with the 2019 thing. It's a complete reboot.
Okay, they just called it Modern Warfare just cause.
It's got the same characters. It's a reboot,
Okay, so it is the same characters, but like it's different.
Same characters. The story's a little bit different. They added a couple of new characters. Some people don't die, some people do die. They just changed it, made it more modern, I guess. Took some aspects that, like, No Russian is not in this game, unfortunately.
Right. Which is like what made Modern Warfare like
stand out,
iconic. Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 has a lot of memes. Press F to pay respects, man.
That was the one with Kevin Spacey.
Was it? I don't think so.
That's the one with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I remember you're at the funeral and you're like going to talk to Kevin Spacey, and then you go. I did play that one. What was that one? Ghosts or no? Not Ghosts. It was. I don't know. I hope what they do.
Advanced Warfare, apparently.
Advanced Warfare. Yeah, that was the one.
Okay.
That's the one with Spacey, right?
I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, I do remember playing that one. Yeah, that game sucked. I remember I was playing that game and my dad walked out. He's like, "Is that fucking Kevin Spacey?" Oh,
that's
funny.
Awesome.
It's funny.
That is good.
I do hope that they bring some of those classic maps in though from Modern Warfare 2.
Oh yeah, dude. We need a high rise, man.
High rise
has not been remade in a minute.
The airport.
That one's been done a lot.
Well, do it again.
I'm kind of over airport.
Do it again.
I don't know.
Rust. I know that one's been
Rust has
done to
been
death.
done a lot too. It's been done to death.
I don't care. Do it
Um,
again. It's Modern Warfare
what,
2. Bring them all in.
um, man, okay, that's not what I wanted. I wanted OG, all OG Modern Warfare 2 maps. Call of Duty.
I'd say just bring them all.
Uh, dude, Vacant.
Yeah.
Uh, freaking Trailer Park. Freaking
Airport is going to be in the Warzone map, a Big Rock says. Oh, okay.
Wasteland.
Oh yeah,
Underpass.
that's how they're doing that, right? They're like actually putting Call of Duty maps into Warzone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Well, that's how the first one was. It would be like sections of Modern Warfare maps. So you'd have like Vacant
that's
just
really cool actually.
right there. It's like, oh, this is the building from Vacant, and it was kind of cool to do that. So, um,
Um if you had to you beat the campaign, so I think
yeah.
it's fair for you to do this. What would you rate the game?
I hate ratings. We don't really do ratings here. Never have, and probably never will.
Never will.
But if I had to give a rating, gun to my head, uh, I'd probably give it like a 70.
Oh,
Let's go with like a 73.
I love how every time we give ratings, it's like I give it like a 3 out of 5. And then it's like I give
Yeah.
it like a 7 out of 10. I give it like a 70. And like we don't have a
Yeah.
scale. I give it
No,
like a
dude, we
B
never.
plus.
Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. We don't do ratings here.
Yeah.
We don't do that. I will never. But if I had to, 73.
Yeah, I wouldn't rate this game because I haven't played enough of it to say.
Yeah. You know what else I have been playing though?
Yeah.
Unless you want to keep talking.
No. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What I've been really addicted to in just, on the shitter or at work when I have free time or on my lunch break or right before going to bed. Dude, fucking Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap
yeah.
on mobile. Oh, it's so good.
I'm
I can't
fully
stop,
in on that
dude.
too.
I can't stop. It's so good. It's like there's a couple of aspects I wish were better, but it just keeps me coming back, man. I haven't spent any money on it, and I don't think I will. But I've done all the challenges for the whole week, for all of the season, for every day. I've beaten all the challenges, and man, it's so good. It's like if Gwent met like this Magic the Gathering game, an old way to play was called Plane Chase, where you had cards, which are essentially locations that they would change the tide of the game. So it'd be like all creatures have this, and it's like that, but you get 3 different things, and they stay the same for the most part throughout the game. It's fantastic. It's quick 6-round games that only last maybe 10 minutes.
If that, yeah.
Yeah, if that. It's fun. The art's really good. There's pretty good incentives also. Like unlocking cards is really rewarding, albeit random. Kind of wish you could choose some cards, but it kind of makes you play outside of your comfort zone a little bit because you'll get a card and you're like, oh, I kind of want to use that. Doesn't fit in my deck, but I'll make a new one and I'll put it here. I love it.
Yeah, that's been the exciting thing about it, is just like when I've got some downtime, I'll get in there and I'll see what I can do. If I have a little more time, I'll go in and I'll like adjust a deck or make a new deck. I have a deck called like Strong Boys, which is just all my strong cards, or my ongoing cards, because one of the challenges was do all the ongoing. So I just put all these cards with ongoing effects. So yeah, it's really cool. And I hope like throughout time they continue to like keep adding the like lands, like you were saying. Like you were saying before, there's like 3 slots where you can play, and they're called like different
locations.
Like different locations. That's the word I'm looking for. They're different locations, and each location has different effect on your cards, and your cards can be stronger or weaker than your cards, and it's kind of like it's like Magic, but like really, really fucking simplified, really fucking simplified.
Yeah, and fast,
And
very fast.
super fast. Like I was telling you yesterday, like I got stuck at a train, right? And a train was passing by. It was one of those long ass trains. So I just put my car into park. I played a match of Marvel Snap, and by the time it was done, the train was almost gone.
That's
And
fantastic.
then I went on my way. It was great. And
Fantastic.
that's the best part of the game, is just like it's so easy to just play a game real quick. Like I took my mom to the doctor today, and I just played a couple matches of Marvel Snap, while I was waiting. Like it was great.
It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful game, perfect for mobile. This is the kinds of games that we need on mobile, where you can pick it up, literally play for 5 minutes and put it down.
It is missing a few key features, I would say, like PvP.
Like private battles would be nice.
Yeah. And
a multiplayer. Could you imagine a 2v2? Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or like different game modes even would be cool. Like there's one effect that turns a game into a 7-turn game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's actually really fun when it gets to 7 turns. It's like, that'd be cool if there were like different game modes where it's like, this is a 10-turn game or something, like maybe in the future they'll add something like that. And I hope they keep supporting it. Like it's really cool. It's really fun. I saw a report that said it made like $2 million in its first week. So
and it's a free game. So it's a free game, people.
Yeah, so I think it's doing just fine, and I think we'll see more and more of it to come. It does have those like predatory natures. I think the UI is trash. I hate the UI.
The music is awful.
Oh, I turned that shit off.
Oh my god, the music is so bad.
Yeah.
But also there's like almost 200 different cards.
Yeah.
In the game too.
And they're gonna keep adding. Kind of impressive. Yeah, they're gonna keep adding, and like I think in a couple years, like it's gonna be like a crazy amount of cards. Like,
yeah, it'll be sweet.
Yeah,
it'll be really cool. I'm excited for this game. I'm having a blast with it.
You guys talk about the Dark and Darker playtest going on. What is that?
I don't know what that is.
What is Dark and Darker? Please, a bag of rocks. Tell me. Are we
dark? Oh, Dark and Darker. It's the it's a medieval fantasy FPS dungeon PvPvE. It is what's that shooty game that everybody loves? Escape from Tarkov, but it's medieval with swords and shit.
Oh, I'm seeing gameplay here. I don't know why we would ever talk about this, but I don't know. It looks,
Suck it, a bag of rocks.
Looks kind of ugly, huh?
Yeah, it looks really bad.
Oh, yeah, it is Tarkov. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's video games. Fantasy World Dungeon Crawler with homies. I don't know if it's free. I might check it out.
Probably not. It's probably like $100. It is $23.99
for the playtest
on Amazon. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's Queen Darker Darkest. God, dude. What do they have on? They don't even have. It's their store page. Here we go. No, you can't. They don't even have it.
It's free, he says.
Yeah, you got to request access right now.
Yes. I will request access. Sure, why not? What I have been playing though, Nick, I didn't beat Call of Duty, right? I didn't beat it. Didn't even play it, but you know what I did beat?
What is that?
Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
You beat it.
I beat it.
Oh shit, that's celebration right there.
Oh yeah, I beat it last night. Well, sort of. I got close to the end last night, and then I beat it this morning.
I see.
And I
ladies and gentlemen,
hate it. No, I'm just kidding. I really like it. I think it's really good. It's held,
better than the first one.
I think it's better in some aspects. They're like it's weird. It's like they're different games, with the same similar. They're made up of the same DNA, but they're different. They're like very different. Where like the first one is more contained into this weird like fake world, and it's not even like a world. It's like you go to these different areas and it leads you to these battlefields, and it's, you know, it feels like a video game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second one feels more like worlds that you're going to, and it's more of like an open kind of world that you explore, more adventure kind of thing going on, more of an Ubisoft style where there's a lot of different side quests and things to do around these different worlds. There's like, I think 4 or 5 different worlds that you go to, and each world has like a bunch of different side quests you can do. The first one had something similar to that, but they were all connected. This is more of a Mario Odyssey sort of thing where you get like on a ship and it brings you to a whole world and like it opens up. Or it kind of made me think of Ratchet and Clank sort of, where it brings you to these different worlds and there's different things to do on these worlds. So that's really cool. The gameplay is different. It's different. It still has that XCOM feel to it.
Right.
But instead of it being like so, you know, squares, you go to each square. There are no squares. You just sort of run around within this bubble.
Is that better or worse, you think?
It's different. I don't
Okay.
I don't want to say it's better or worse. I just think it's different.
Okay.
Because like
Fair
in the
enough.
other one, it's like, you know, you use the jump as an action, but in this, it's not an action. Like you can jump and then use your other character to jump and then shoot after that or whatever. But like that's not how it was in the first one. Like in the first one, a jump was an action or whatever. You can like jump off of your friends or whatever. They got rid of like special abilities. Like characters still have like different abilities that they use, but in the other one there was like super special super moves. In this one they got rid of it for these things called sparks, which are basically you know, Rosalina, Luma. They're like the rabbit version of Lumas. So you get those and they could be like, use this to create fire damage or whatever, and you can change them within your character screen or whatever. So each character can have different sparks or whatever. Though a problem I had with the game that I didn't really like was it doesn't matter which character you're using, all characters level up at the same rate, which doesn't lend itself to like it doesn't encourage me to use any other team members, you know. I used the same I used Rabbid Peach, Mario, and Luigi the entire fucking game. Like they were all I needed. And there was no encouragement to use the other ones because everyone just sort of leveled up as you went with, so it didn't matter.
No, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
There are some like side quests that force you to use particular party members, but those are side quests. So it's really cool. I really like the game. I think it's really cool. The story, you know, it's no story really.
Okay.
The story is Rosalina got captured and you got to save Rosalina. Like that's the story, you know.
Gotcha.
It's your typical Mario.
Save the princess.
What I did feel from this game was they're setting up this universe where, hey, if we lose the license to Mario, we could make this game with Rayman, and it can just be Rayman and the Rabbids. You know? But
it makes sense.
You know, that's what it felt like to me with this, where the first one was like far more like Mario stuff incorporated, and there still is Mario, like you're fighting a lot of Koopas and stuff, but this felt way more like, hey, you're on Rabbid territory here. And I could see them just leaning away from Mario in the next one and just being like, hey, it's Rayman and the Rabbids, and it's this RPG game. So could see that in the future. This game chugs. This game chugs on the fucking
on the Switch.
On the Switch. It barely runs. But luckily it's a turn-based game, so it doesn't really affect it too much. But like some of those cutscenes, you're like, Jesus Christ, they need to release a new machine. Like the game's held back by
absolutely.
That. Also, I wish the game told me to play it on hard mode because normal was way too easy.
And you couldn't change it.
You could change it in the middle of the game, but I just wish at the beginning it was like, hey, just play it on hard. You'll be fine.
Hey, just trust us.
You played XCOM 2, you're gonna be fine. But yeah, it's really good. I really like it. I recommend it. I would wait though, because if I'm not mistaken, the first Mario Rabbids is like I think I bought that game for like $5 on the Switch.
Oh wow.
So, but I bought this one because I love Sparks of Hope and I wanted to play it. So
obviously,
if I had to rank it, which we don't do rankings here, but today I am giving rankings, I would give it
feeling generous.
A strong 7 to light 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'd give it.
So I gotcha.
Like a 7.5. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's good. Okay. It's good. I like it a lot. It's fun to play and not too many complaints.
Nice.
And one more thing I have been playing before we wrap it up here. I'm not going to get too into details about it because I haven't gotten very far in it. I played Bayonetta 3. I am about 4 chapters in. I played a little bit on stream and then I made the executive decision to play this off of stream because it's too embarrassing because I'm bad at it. I made the same decision with Call of Duty. Like I will never play that on stream because it's too embarrassing.
Oh, that's too bad, man. People would love that.
No, they won't. I'll just get
giving you shit about it.
Yeah. Maybe I could. Yeah, like a Wings of Redemption sort of situation. But Bayonetta 3, I cannot get over how fucking good this game is so far, dude. It is fucking amazing.
Far so good.
I'm blown away by it. It's first of all, I don't know how the fuck they make it run so well on the Switch. Like so much is going on, and it runs like 10,000 times better than Mario Rabbids. Like it's unbelievable. Like
wow,
it runs great. It doesn't like look amazing. It looks like a platinum game, but like it's right. It runs well enough. Like.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like 120 frames, but for the Switch, I'm like impressed. It looks smooth.
It's
enough.
Fine. Yeah.
And I'll just give like a teensy spoiler. It's at the beginning of the game. So the big thing about this game, you are not playing as the Bayonetta from Bayonetta 1
I
Bayonetta
figured
2.
I figured.
The game actually starts, and this is a spoiler, so if anyone's watching and you care, leave or whatever, but it's right at the beginning of the game. You watch our Bayonetta die at the beginning of the game.
Nice.
She dies. And then it brings us to this other Bayonetta, and she has a totally like different personality. She's still super cool, but she wears like pink lipstick and like when she, instead of, like in the first two, when you run, you turn into that Black Panther. She turns into this like butterfly witch lady that like flies around as like a butterfly. And it's great. It's really great. And something happens in chapter 3, I want to say, that makes you go, oh shit, this game is going to be crazy. So yeah, it's really fucking cool. They fixed something I had a problem with Bayonetta 2. I enjoyed Bayonetta 2 a lot, but one problem was like the entire game, you're just trying to fill up this gauge. And then once you get this gauge, you get this super attack. And then that's really all that does damage in Bayonetta 2. You have to use that super attack to really do damage to things. They got rid of that in this game and replaced it with summoning fucking monsters. So in this game, you collect different monsters and you summon these giant fucking monsters to fight for you. And it's fucking awesome, dude. This game is the shit. I'm so happy to be playing it, and I highly recommend it to everyone.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Fuck Helena Taylor. I think what's her name? Jennifer Hale is doing a great job as Bayonetta. She definitely sounds a little different, but she's doing great, and I really like it. So I'm into this game. It could be sexier though. I will say this game could be sexier. I think
That's too bad.
the second game had like, and granted, I'm still early on, so we'll see. The second game had some moments though that were just like 10 out of 10. Like, this is hilariously sexy, like,
Oh yeah.
and this game has had a couple moments like that, but it's like a different Bayonetta, so it's got like a different vibe.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll wait to give a score on that one though.
For sure. You got to beat it. It might be crap at the end.
Yeah, who knows? It might fall apart.
You never know.
Recent reviews via OpenCritic: Modern Warfare 2 got a 76 from 39 critic reviews. Bayonetta 3 got an 89 from 69 critic reviews. So I'm not alone in loving this game. That's great.
No, yeah.
And Signalis got an 82 from 30 critic reviews.
Also doing pretty good.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I forgot to. Whatever. Games are coming out.
Some of them.
Next week is the big week, though. That's when God of War comes out. So keep an eye on that. Not this week. Next week.
Fuck.
And then Pokemon the week after that. Whew.
Yeah. Man, it's rough being a gamer right now.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of which,
And
let's switch over my calendar to November.
check out our other LonerCast shows. We do a Marvel spoiler cast. Speaking of things coming out that following week, Wakanda Forever comes out, and we'll be doing a thing on that, I'm sure. So
yes.
Keep an eye out for that, and check us out on Twitter at LonerCast1. Check me out on Twitter at EmergencyPizza_, and check out Nick at Fatal_Microwave.
That's me.
And check out my mom.
Oh yeah, check his mom out.
I went
like a fucking library book.
I went full what's the guy from regular show? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle Man.
The gorilla. The gorilla.
No.
No, Muscle Man. It is Muscle Man.
Yeah. The gorilla is Skips.
Skips, yes.
Yeah, I love Skips.
Muscle Man. My mom. Muscle Man and High Five Ghost.
Yeah. That's us, IRL, you know.
Yeah, that is true.